The winner to organize the 2022 FIFA World Cup is Qatar.
Yeah, what's up, everyone? See, ever since that 2nd December 2010, Sepp Blatter, the then FIFA president, announced Qatar as the winner to host the 2022 World Cup. There has been a lot of speculation, allegation, accusation, doubt, and a whole lot because people didn't understand why Qatar, a country as small as a state in some countries, won the bid. The media, the journalists, nations, individuals were angry. A lot of people said a lot of things on social media and everywhere. But today, we are coming to talk about one guy who I think he went overboard. He went overboard. He insulted Qatar. I mean, people insulted Qatar, but they didn't come out publicly to say them. I mean, others, they put their opinions out there. But this guy was insulting. Even this video I'm about to show you of this guy, he said the curse word more than 50 times. I had to edit it due to copyright and a lot of things. Like, he said it more than 50 times within 6 minutes. Insulting FIFA, insulting Qatar, insulting a whole lot of people. And I think he went a little bit overboard. He went overboard on this one. So I want you all to also listen to or watch this video and let's see most of the things he said. I will not lie to you. We all said them. Even if you were not a bit older in 2010, coming up 2014, 2015, 2016 coming, when you heard it, yeah. But, you shouldn't insult publicly like that and say a whole lot of things. Sometimes all these things you do come back to hurt you. So let's listen to the video and then you have your say. Before that, kindly subscribe to this YouTube channel because I'll be giving you World Cup updates and a whole lot of things I'll be doing on this channel. So kindly subscribe. If you've not liked the video, play with the thing. Touch it. Yeah. So subscribe, like, put the notification bell on so that anytime I post video, you get it. Thank you. Now let's listen to this guy.
Some things get to me more than others. Things that get to me can be surprising to some of the people that know me. But when I heard this while at work listening to the motherfucking radio, it made me cringe inside. It made me furious. Not that the U.S. lost the bid. It's kind of hard for the U.S. to win over FIFA officials, but who the U.S. lost the bid for the 2022 World Cup to? A country named Qatar. Where the fuck is that at? I don't know.
Now, here's the first point we talk about. He is not mad or he's not angry because US lost the bid to host the World Cup. No, because between you and I and everybody, hearing the countries that were in that position with Qatar, that were contesting with Qatar. Qatar, was the least of their worry, I think. Like, if you listen to the country, like, there was US over there, there was England, there was South Korea, there was Japan, and before Qatar. And look, US is a developed country. Even if they say US should host the World Cup that time, in 2 years' time, they would have hosted it. We already know Japan and South Korea, their technological advancement. We already know that they had a lot of things in place. Australia is a continent on its own. They had everything. Like, they were huge. So you see, now England is a football nation. Like, we already know. They are big. We know their contribution in sport, in football. So for England, the last time they hosted World Cup was in 1966. Your grandfather wasn't even born then. England, their contribution to football. They have the best league in the world for so many years. Like, even though sometimes I doubt, or I have my own doubt about them thinking they had the best league in the EPL. But yeah, that is it. On paper, they have the best league in the world for so many years. And for them not to be hosting the World Cup, or not to stand a chance to host the World Cup since 1966, I mean, you should agree with this guy that he is not angry because US did not win the bid, but lost it to a small nation as Qatar. You see, because even the 2018 World Cup that Russia won, Spain, that has one of the best leagues in the world, couldn't stand on its feet to host. They had to partner with Portugal. So they came together that, okay, me and Portugal will come together and host the World Cup 2018, but Russia won the bid then. I think Belgium also partnered with, is it England or another country? I think, yes, to host, because they thought that, okay, this thing is big. We cannot do it alone. We have to partner. And even Korea, Japan, 2002, I think. Yes, two countries came together. So for a small country as Qatar to take this thing upon themselves, that we want to host this World Cup, not partnering UAE, Dubai, because they are very close to Dubai, or Saudi Arabia, or any country, but they want to do it alone. I mean, that's how come this guy is furious. He said, a small country as Qatar.
I still ain't found it on the map, and I'm pretty good with geography. But I got to say one thing about this. Are you fucking kidding me, FIFA? Are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me? This TV is bigger than the fuck country Qatar. Are you kidding me?
Anytime I'm watching this video and I get to this part, I laugh. Another part also, I laugh. Because, I mean, comparing Qatar to his TV, even if you don't know the size of Qatar, how small it is, comparing the country to that small 24-inch TV over there tells you how small Qatar is. And he... small Qatar is bullying big countries, you know. I mean, I'm not trying to laugh at anybody, but this is funny, you know. This small TV, should I repeat it for you to hear? Yeah, that small TV won the bid, you know. So yeah, but does size really matter? Let me hear in the comment section. Does size of a country really matter in this, like, what we are talking about? Does the size of the country really matter? Yeah. Let's hear him.
1.7 million people live in that country. What? That's the total amount of people living in that country? It's the size of a pea on a goddamn plate. It's smaller than Connecticut. It can't even hold it.
You see what he's talking about? I don't know. See, he said, yes, in 2010, when Qatar won the bid, the population was 1.7 million. And even that 1.7 million, I think more than 1 million were expats. More than 1 million of people living in the country were expats. Meaning the Qataris themselves were not up to 1 million. So you should understand. You should understand. So he said it's just like putting, is it a pig or a pin on a plate? Like, it's not even showing. They don't show. Even on the map, they don't show. He doesn't understand.
How in the fucking hell are this country supposed to hold an event that brings in 2 times the amount of people that's in the country itself? Does that make any goddamn sense? Are you fucking serious? Guess what's the kicker? Guess what's the kicker, though? The city that the World Cup was to be held in, it ain't even fucking built yet. You gonna get the World Cup to a country, to the city that ain't even built yet? What are you kidding?
This guy said, this is another part I said I laugh, you know. Yes, when Qatar won the bid, you know, Qatar, very small. The country, where the World Cup is going to be, the final is going to be played, it's called Lusail. I have a documentary on that. I have not dropped it yet, but I'll put it up for you to see. Lusail was like almost a desert. You know, the country, that's what he said, the country is not even built yet. Like, how can you tell me you want to host a World Cup in 12 years and the country is not built? It's like, so he doesn't understand. Lusail was a desert. It was almost a desert. There was nothing over there, but they said they want to host the World Cup against these countries.
Really? Wants to know what the biggest kicker is? This is what the biggest kicker is. They only got 2 of the 12 stadiums needed for an event. They have no public transfer mother. They got to fucking spend $40 billion on that. You know what I'm saying?
See, he said his problem is not even that the country is not built. Another problem is he said 12 stadiums, but I know you need about 8 stadiums to host. So out of this stadium, they had only 2. And the 2 were not even up to standard. They were going to renovate or do something about that. They need to build 6 fresh stadiums. So you see his point. I told you this guy had legit reasons. So yeah. And he said there was no transport system. There was no transport system. Yes, I've interviewed a lot of people on my YouTube channel. You can watch. And those who came here early or earlier told me, see, transport even 10, 15 years ago was very bad. There was no public, people were using their private vehicle for transportation or commercial purposes and all that. So this video is 11 years old. So bear with me. Everything and anything he said in this video, I mean, not all, 99% of them, fact. Fact. So there was poor transport system, stadiums were not built, no proper roads, like nothing. And these are things FIFA look at before giving the World Cup.
On that, you know what I'm saying? Guess what the other kicker is? It gets 130 fucking degrees in July there. Who the fuck wants to play soccer in 130-degree weather on a consistent basis? Does that make any goddamn sense?
The weather over here is 130 degrees. Yeah, I know he is talking, I mean, he's in US, so he's talking in Fahrenheit. But here, or where I come from, we talk of that in Celsius, degrees Celsius. And that 130 he's talking about in degrees Celsius is about 53, 54, or yeah, 54 and above. And it's true. This is also fact. Now it's even exceeds that time, I mean, global warming. So now it's even more. It's even more than that. So the time he said it, yeah, it's fact. That's the weather. But I mean, that is it. So we'll talk about other things. So yeah, he has another point over there.
Does that make any goddamn sense? That shit pissed me. 1.7 million people total. The size of Connecticut.
You see, he said the size of Connecticut because that's one state in the US, very small. I don't know if it's the smallest in the States, but he's saying Qatar is as small as one state in the US, and they have won the bid against US. This guy is pissed.
How in the hell can you hold the world's largest sports event in a country that can't even squeeze all the people in it?
To hold the world largest sport event in a country that cannot even squeeze. Like, even if you are squeezing all these people inside the country, they will not fit in. That's what he's saying. They will not fit in. They will not fit in. How can you hold this event in such a country?
Doesn't make any goddamn sense. This proved right here that the whole fucking world hates America. No matter what. They pulled out all the fucking stops. They met all your goddamn requirements.
Nobody hates US for this. I don't think anybody hates US because even in that category, the countries I made mention of earlier, US is not the favorite, even if you take Qatar out. If you think because US did not win the bid, so everybody hates US, no, nobody has anything against US. I mean, if anything at all, there are other better countries or better options over there than US. So if you think anybody hates US, that I don't agree. It's not about hate. You can say other things, other allegations and things people talked about, you can say, but if you say US, people hate US, you talk about Qatar not being a football nation. They said all those things. Is US a football nation? You guys, your football is not even football. You call our own soccer, you call yours football. Meanwhile, you play this football with your hand like 80% of the time. But you want to say Qatar is not a football nation, they don't do this, they don't do that, somebody hates US. No, it's no hate. You don't even know football. Hockey is more popular in US than football. So if you want to use other, like, you can say other allegations and things, but don't say somebody hates US. For what? Why are they hating US?
They bidded billions and millions of dollars. Hell, they even brought out President Bill Clinton. Who the hell doesn't like Bill Clinton? Come to hell, are you serious? Are you serious? This country is not even prepared to host the goddamn event, and they still beat out America for the World Cup. Tell me how that makes any goddamn sense.
It doesn't make any sense.
FIFA, I'm gonna put you in a bowl with Spike TV. You gonna respond to me. You gonna give me an explanation for this bullshit. This is the most controversial, outrageous shit I have ever seen. That's like holding the fucking WrestleMania in the middle of Kansas where it's nothing but farmland. That's like...
You see? He said FIFA they need to respond. They need to address his issue. I mean, it's been 11 years. I don't know if they have. But look at another example he's giving. How can you put a WrestleMania in another country or whatever he's talking about? Like I said, if we want to talk about who deserve and who not to deserve, it's not about who is a football nation. If who is a football nation, some countries would never host World Cup. Some countries would never host World Cup. Because even US, you will not host World Cup because what league do you, MLS or whatever you play over there? Who watches that? The people in the, if not for betting, if not that boys go there to bet and people don't even know there is football league in the US. So you should stop that. Yes, nobody will bring WrestleMania to Qatar or any other country to watch because they don't watch. So you feel football shouldn't be brought to Qatar because they don't play football. Their league is, I mean, the time they won the bid, their league was not even known. I mean, so yeah, there are so many reasons, but some of the reasons he brought at the end, I think I should just end the video over here so that we conclude because I don't know what he's talking about.
The Super Bowl in Biloxi, Mississippi. It doesn't compute. It doesn't make any sense.
Yes, it doesn't make sense. We end the video over here. We'll not continue again. If you want, you can go to his channel to watch the rest of the video. It doesn't make any sense. But yes, Qatar went through all this. This is just, this guy is not even a media. Like when we talk about human rights coming at you, a whole nation, human rights attacking you, other nations attacking you. A lot of people attacked Qatar for things like this. I'm not even talking about workers. There were other issues I don't even want to talk about. We'll talk about those in other videos. I told you I have a lot of videos coming up. We'll talk about those other human rights and other things. But Qatar has been able to shoulder all these blames and all this accusation, allegation, and everything. They said they gave bribe to Sepp Blatter. It was bribe they paid, and they did this. But I mean, ever since they won that bid, they have done more good than harm.
Who? The U.S. lost the bid for the 2022 World Cup to a country named Qatar. Where is that at? I don't know. They only got 2 of the 12 stadiums needed. They have no public transportation. The city that the World Cup was to be held in, it ain't even built yet. This country is not.
Qatar is building the city of the future.
So 8 stadia have been built specifically.
We are so proud of the development, reform, and progress.
As we work towards ensuring that the World Cup serves as a vehicle for the nation to achieve its overall goal.
This edition of the World Cup will be a special one.
Yes, indeed, this edition of the World Cup is going to be a special one. A special one. I think this guy should be invited. Qatar needs to invite this guy. Send him an invitation, book a hotel and everything. Don't even send it. No, they should send private jet there. I know Qatar can do this. Is nothing to Qatar. They should send private jet to pick him, bring him, give him a treat so that he will know that, look, everything he said, even though they were negative, I mean, it challenged them. It pushed them to do things, and they've achieved, they have accomplished. So they should show him. They should bring him to Qatar, give him a 5-star treatment, maybe 10-star treatment, so that he will feel. Everything he talked about, Qatar has been able to accomplish. He talked about the country being small, people will not be able, even if you squeeze the people inside. Look, Qatar has built more hotels, more accommodations, and a whole lot. There are people that are going to live in the yacht, over thousands of people. They are building, how do we call it, tents on the desert. For those who like adventure, you want to stay on the desert, there are tents and everything over there for you. He said the weather condition is hot. Who can play football in 130 degrees Fahrenheit? And the World Cup has been shifted from June, July to November, December, which is very cold in Qatar. Very cold. All the stadiums except for where my country, Ghana, will be playing. How do you call it? Stadium 974 is the only stadium without air condition. The other 7 stadiums, there is air condition. And it's like for weather, chill. Bring other things now. Qatar is done, so bring other things. Yes, people can say a lot of bad things happen, but let me tell you, Qatar went on to become the richest country in the world. They've had the best airports in the world on so many occasions. They've had the best airline, Qatar Airways. Even this year, last month, I think, they won again. They've been winning this like this. The first country to announce more than a year ahead that they are ready to host the World Cup. Could you imagine that a country that had nothing, you heard it in the video, a country that had nothing, a country that was a desert, a country that was not bad road, transportation system, everything was poor, went ahead to announce, not publicly, but we all know they said it, they were bringing those information out, that they were ready to host the World Cup as of 2021. So you see, Qatar went on to be among at a point, they were the most peaceful country in the world, and I think they've been dethroned, but they are still, when you talk about the top 5 most peaceful countries in the world, Qatar is in there. They have a lot of infrastructure now. The desert has been turned into skyscrapers and a lot of goodies. I mean, you should see Qatar, see the involvement, see how they've evolved. So sometimes, I don't know what FIFA saw, I don't know what they showed to FIFA before they won the bid. I don't know. Maybe today the story would have been different if they've not lived up to expectation. But today, I'm in Qatar. I'm talking right from Qatar. And if I go out to show you, I've shown some places in town, and if you see Qatar, compared to what we heard or saw in the previous videos, I mean, you will clap for Qatar. You will say, all you need is a plan. I think they showed their plan, a 10 years development plan or something to Sepp Blatter and the people. I'm not saying they did not give bribe, or I'm not here to talk about that. I'm talking based on what I see now. Because, I mean, a lot of people have to eat their words back. Those who said they couldn't do it, especially this guy, they have to eat their words back. Qatar has transformed. Qatar is now competing with all the big countries that stood against them. And here we are now. See the beautiful Qatar. See the good things going on. You don't have to judge a book by its cover. Yeah, if you don't know the plan of other people, don't think you are winning. So this is all I have to say about this country, Qatar, and everything they have done within the years. We all talked against them, but now they have proven all of us wrong. They have proven all of us wrong. So let's stop doubting and support each other. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Click on the notification button. I'm going to bring you more of these things. Like when people throw stone against you, use them to build mansions. I think this is what they did to Qatar, and Qatar has been able to accomplish. That is it. Thank you for coming. Thank you for sticking. Catch you. I'm done.